Get hyped, it's happening. Oh, expensive repair. Recovery. Replenishment. Yeah, here we go. Sending in the same people that I do every time. I mean, they are my best options for these kinds of battles. I'm going to go with 2 tacticians again. I feel Rance and Renmar, I'm relying on them. They are all of my force, so they need to be the strongest that I have. And the best way to do that is with tacticians. Akechi takes a hit early on, not a big deal. Go for the assassinate, and it works. Held my breath, you know? There we go. I want to take out Honda before he does a commander charge, and I think I'll be able to do that. I have enough force here to succeed in such a thing. Never mind. If either of them, if Renmaru or Rance had gotten an attack boost, it would have worked. Now, if Honda doesn't commander charge and goes for Renmaru or Rance, he's dead. That's what I want to happen. This is okay too. You know, this isn't that bad of a situation to be in. It's not going to be that heavy a damage, and Katsui can block future attacks, you know. Hanzo sticking to Akechi. That's alright. I'm going to keep Katsui on guard. It's a good idea. What am I going to do here? I'll attack Hattori Hanzo. Ganko's still pretty powerful. He's not a really beastly unit or anything, but he's okay. And Akechi, tacticians, I don't believe, are penalized for suffering damage when they use their ally buff ability. So, you know, I got some stuff done there with that, even though he's all wounded and shit. I should take out Honda, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick to their leader. Try and pick him off, and Honda, and one of the back row units. That's what I've got to do to win. I've got to take out 3. Combined, they'll be able to handle this. Ieyasu doesn't have enough troops to be a threat. Do this here. Honda's out. Ganko might have been able to do that alone, but actually he probably could have. I just don't trust tacticians, you know? I just can't. I can't trust them. Rance has to waste his attack on a guy with 5 health. Oh well. If it leads to victory, it's okay to do that. And Hanzo's up next, and he will be gone. Which seals victory, seals the deal. And just for an example, you know what? Akechi's just shit, but whatever. Look at that. This troop size is small. I didn't capture any of them. Maybe it's not possible to capture them on the last fight. I'm unsure of that. Either way, I'm done now with them. And that went pretty well. Tanuki Goten. That's the place they're in? I don't know what that means. Tanuki Goten. Probably like their palace. Is a Goten a palace? A base? I don't know. And here, Rance just kind of walks in there thinking he's awesome. Thinking that he can just take this guy down. And Rance is a pretty skilled swordsman himself. He's powerful, but this guy is not... I mean, look at the size of him, for God's sake. And he does have his state's emblem on his shoulders. They're covered up with armor. That emblem was also Tokugawa's true emblem in real life. I noticed that. I looked it up. I was curious. I don't know if that's true for the other ones. I think Mori's is also the same. And anyway, yeah. Then, Ieyasu's probably... I don't want to say he's the best, but he's definitely up there as a commander for commander battles. He's one of the best options for future playthroughs. You can't obtain him at all in your first play. And the way you obtain him is not really complicated, but it's unique enough that you wouldn't get it on your first time. You wouldn't realize what you've got to do it. So I'll send in some people to fight him. Who do I want here? Oh, a diviner, because Guard Shikigami works the same way in these battles as it does a regular one. And a Miko, I guess, in case shit goes wrong, I can heal. It's not a very hard fight, you know. It's fairly basic. I just want to be certain. I've never had Rance die in this fight, or I guess get wiped out. I don't know if it punishes you for allowing that to happen. Nobody else is killed when they faint or get knocked out or whatever's going on here. So, I just don't know. And I take out the bodyguards first. It doesn't really matter. I just get fed up with waiting. Obviously, there you saw there are no counterattacks in commander battles. You would have had the opportunity to see that earlier as well. I just never pointed it out. She's weak, you know. She's not even that bad of an option for commander battles. It's just that she's a Miko, and you know they're not very strong. She just fires her bow at the sky. I don't know. Yeah, you can attack with the Shikigami. Diviners are pretty strong. He's not. He's a bad diviner. But you can see like the damage difference between Rance and many of the other officers that I have. He does so much more damage. And Tokugawa-sama, this is where he shines. He does not... I mean, you've seen me use him in military battles. It's not really good. And he's much better at this, though he's still not really good at this. He's just better. And Rance gets the final blow. There you have it. Tokugawa is defeated. It took me a long time, but I wanted to include all of my losses and setbacks and whatnot, because, I mean, if I went much further beyond where I was at with it, I probably would have sped stuff up somehow. I'm not sure how I would have done it, but, I mean, it's only meaningful to show you fighting a certain army for so long until you realize I, the person doing it, am doing something wrong, or I'm simply wasting my time and your time. So I did this, and I'm content with it. Ieyasu's still alive too. He's just plain dead. That's a special technique, if you want to call it that. And he thinks it's hilarious. He gets back up, and he wants to continue. He wants to continue fighting Rance, Oda. He wants to conquer Japan. That is his ambition. It has been since he established Tokugawa. He's a yokai. Well, there was a great yokai war, so to speak, that happened, and Oda and the yokai got to they came to a truce. All the yokai would move north, and Ieyasu stayed where he was. Now, this guy here is Dokuganryu Masamune. He is the leader of the yokai army in the north, and he's here to punish Ieyasu for being so aggressive and violent despite not obeying the truce. Now, he's a giant eyeball, right? He's obviously not human, he is a yokai. And he's based on the historical figure Masamune, who had only one eye. That's why this guy is just a giant eyeball, you know? He looks funny. He's supposed to be a funny character more than he is serious, I think, but he's still serious. He looks imposing, even though he's a giant eye, though that eye kind of contributes to why he's scary looking. I think he looks cool. I like his character design quite a bit. I don't like the fucking card that he's riding around on, or whatever it is. I think it's a frog, a Karo thing. I don't know. And anyway, Masamune is an extremely good unit. He's one of the highest level commanders in the game. I think he has 6 action flags. 5 I know of for sure. I want to say 6 because I remember it like clipping through the boundary for them when I had him in my army. He's extremely good. I won't be getting him in this playthrough. I don't intend to take on Dokuganryu. There are a lot of technicalities when facing them, and you gotta spend a lot of extra time there. I would like to do it in a future part though, beyond this playthrough. So, Masamune kills Ieyasu for Rance. Basically, though Rance doesn't know who Masamune is, or that Ieyasu was killed by him. So, there's that. And, of course, there are no, like, women in this nation. They're all raccoon dogs. Rance doesn't want that. I don't know if there are any female raccoon dog things. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure Rance wouldn't want that anyway, and that's how you find the new character, sort of. Like, the original ruler, or the family that ruled Tokugawa, was human. They weren't always yokai. The yokai, I think, overthrew them. I'm not sure, though. And their princess is locked up in a prison. Rance goes and finds her. And that's where your H scene comes from. But, yeah, on the Okera car, which I don't know why he has that. I don't know why he has that little vehicle. Oh, I need to click, don't I? There you go. Yeah, so it goes through this. I'll skip this. I mean, it's not really. He finds Senhime. That's her name. Sen. Princess Sen. And you can recruit her. You're not given her immediately, and I will do that now. Recruit Senhime. There it is. And I hate her. I really hate her as a character. As a unit, she's pretty versatile. She's a guard unit, but she's an offensive guard unit. In fact, in order to keep her in your army, you are required to put her in the front row and attack with her. She simply says she will join your army if you allow her to fight, but I have placed her in the back row several times. And I've done that because she has all guard. She's the first unit you're exposed to that has all guard. And I would just throw her in the back and spam all guard with her, and she'd absorb hits. And, you know, that was perfect. That's what I wanted. Then 5 turns down the road, she'd leave my army. So I've concluded that you have to place her in the front row and be aggressive with her. She's an aggressive person and an aggressive unit. Her stats are okay, and she has auto heal. Only 3 flags, and that does hurt her. Because if you use her offensively like you are intended to, you want to upgrade her so she gets Spear Attack. That's the offensive upgrade for guard units. Spear Attack 1 and Spear Attack 2. I believe Spear Attack 2 uses all 3 flags. It just hits for an insane amount of damage. But if that's all you're doing with her, it feels wasteful to me, at least. Because you're just blowing all of her flags in one attack. You're probably one-shotting whatever you're attacking with her. So, I mean, it could be considered a good trade-off. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with her yet. I'll use her. She'll be one of my primary units. She's definitely good for that. And of course, now I'm bordering the Hannys Empire, so guess who I'll be fighting next? Well, I'll be going to war with them. I'm not sure if I will redirect to the Miko Institute or not. Miko Institute's going to be tough. They are going to be tough. Without some kind of a... I don't have a powerful diviner, so they're going to be tricky. Maybe I'll skip them for now. Go to Asaya Sakura. Oh, it makes my heart sink going from Tokugawa to Asaya Sakura. That's a huge downgrade. Tokugawa's way more fun. I mean, even the Hannys are more fun than Asaya Sakura, frankly. But they're declaring war, you know, just spur of the moment. Let's declare war! Yay! That's my Hany voice. And maybe my Suzume voice is the same as the Hany voice. I don't have I don't have a large variety of female voices. I wonder why. Skip through this. Another riot, I'm sure. Ugh. Sorry about these. There's no real easy way for me to skip them. Unless, of course, I were to do this.